Hello and welcome to Rock Your Block. I am Tia Young, your host, and please welcome my co-host for today, Mr. Larry Laws, Senior Executive Director of First Home Alliance. Larry will soon be hosting a Rock Your Block segment focusing on community outreach and housing initiatives. Today, Larry is going to tell us more about First Home Alliance and what you can expect on upcoming Rock Your Block segments. So let's get started. Hi, Larry. How are you?
Just fine, Tia. How are you?
I am doing just wonderful.
Thank you.
And I want to congratulate you on becoming a host for one of the segments on Rock Your Block.
Thank you.
And I'm real excited about some of the interviews that you're going to be doing.
Yes, I'm really looking forward to that and working with you and also bringing a lot of the experience and things that First Home Alliance is doing in the field to our set.
Super. Larry, what is First Home Alliance?
Well, Tia, First Home Alliance is a nonprofit. We provide housing, counseling, education, foreclosure prevention to the community here in Northern Virginia, primarily in Prince William County. And we help save people from foreclosure, and we educate potential home buyers on the process of becoming successful homeowners.
Okay. Well, why is home ownership so important to you?
Well, home ownership is important to me. It's rooted, mainly it's I'm very excited for people to become homeowners. One, that it helps our economy. It helps us to be more stable within our communities and contribute back to our communities. And as I think I mentioned before about my mom that became a first-time homebuyer at age 65. And so I'm inspired to help others become homeowners as well.
You know, I do remember you telling that story, and it really moved me to know that at age 65, your mom had not given up.
Yes.
So that's a great story. Who can benefit from the programs that you offer?
Well, Tia, the people that can benefit, the entire community can benefit. But you know what they say, a picture is worth 1,000 words?
That's true.
Yes. Well, I would like to share a clip with you that will take you into our classroom and visit some of those people that have experienced what First Home Alliance can provide.
Oh, that's wonderful. So we're going to view the short clip that Larry has brought.
The American dream is to own your own home, but that dream can quickly turn into a nightmare.
We were doing real good there for a while. The workman's comp check was cut out. We started running into financial difficulty.
We used our credit cards. Everything was awful. We had to go bankrupt.
When my monthly payments doubled, I didn't know what to do. And as a single mother, coming up with the extra money was difficult.
All is not lost. First Home Alliance can help save your dream. First Home Alliance was established in the state of Virginia in 2002. As a HUD-approved nonprofit housing counseling agency, we help the low and moderate income community, first-time home buyers, and homeowners in distress.
First Home Alliance was able to help me get my mortgage adjusted, and now my monthly payments are affordable.
Just everything in the class. You know, I'd never been through any of this before, and it was extremely knowledgeable. You know, when I'm talking to Shauna, you know, something comes up, and I'll be like, oh yeah, I did learn that.
I can honestly say Larry was very, very helpful. I mean, anything that came, you know, in my email or in front of me, he was right there to answer any question.
Act now. Don't let your dreams slip away. Call First Home Alliance today.
Everything's fine. And it was fine. We still can't believe it.
Larry, I think that was wonderful, and you're right. A picture is worth 1,000 words. You know, that says it all, really.
Yes.
Well, I have another question. What can First Home Alliance do for people that are facing either a foreclosure or someone who just wants to know about the loan modification program?
Okay. Well, First Home Alliance, we're here to assist homeowners that are experiencing difficulties, or homeowners in distress. If they are facing foreclosure, what we ask is that they immediately contact our office, and what we do is take them through the foreclosure process and basically and help them prevent that by explaining the options that they have to prevent that particular situation.
Now you say homeowners in distress. What does that distress mean? What type of situations can people be in that would be classed as distress?
Yes. Well, some distress situations, mostly financial, and those financial situations can stem from medical, increased expense. It could be the loss of an income, where that could have been a divorce, or it could be loss of job, whether the job they are underemployed or unemployed, and they are stressed financially and not able to make their house payment.
Okay. So what if it's a situation where somehow you've been struggling and you're making the house payments, but so you're not behind, but you feel like, oh, I'm running into trouble, or another couple of months, I might not be able to do. Is it too early
No.
to come in to see you?
That is the right time to come.
Okay, tell us a little bit about that, because I imagine a lot of folks are in that situation.
Yes. Well, I would suggest they come in immediately. If they are thinking that they could be underwater, whether that means basically what is left on their mortgage or their mortgage loan is more than what their house is worth. And come in and see if they're eligible for one of those programs that possibly can reduce principal, reducing the principal, the loan mortgage balance on their loan, to bring it in line with what the market value is. Also, a portion of that mortgage could be set aside or deferred to a later time, and so they would readjust their loan, recast that loan to make the payment lower. And so again, being in a situation you have not missed a payment yet, but you think that you may, because of a decrease of income, or maybe there is a potential adjustment within your mortgage. A lot of us have the adjustable arm mortgages. So before that happened, before you missed a payment, come in, we'll assist you. We like to use the term coaching versus counseling a lot, and so we're here to help assist and coach you through that process.
I like that word, coaching. That makes you feel right at home.
Yes.
Makes me feel right at home. Now, you mentioned underwater. The underwater situation, did that come about because of what happened in 2008, where people have mortgages that are not maybe worth what they were, 5 years ago?
Yes. Well, there's a lot of things that happened that impacted the economic downturn. Basically, some of our expenses continued to rise. Gas during that time period was maybe $3, and it went up to $4.
Right.
Well, fuel costs have increased. That increased the cost of other goods as well. Those expenses continue to rise, but some things actually decreased. One was our income. Also, the other thing was the value of our homes, because that's what the foreclosure affect the value of other homes. And it lowers the tax base, which the tax assessment will now be lowered, and that's less taxes that are being paid in revenue. And so values of homes have dropped and continue to decline, while our expenses continue to rise. But the value is down, expenses high, our income is down, but that house payment is high.
Yes.
And so, so the loan value that you purchased that home, say $500,000, 4 years ago, now the home value is now at $250,000, and so your income has now have been reduced. Now, by lowering your monthly payment, bringing it in line with what your monthly income is, and making that mortgage payment more affordable. That's where underwater borrower can bring those home monthly payments in line with what their monthly income is.
Okay. All right. Now, as you were speaking, I was thinking about there's some people that have like a first mortgage and a second mortgage. So when you bring them in for coaching and for assisting them, are you taking a look at both the first and the second mortgages, or is it, you're on your own with the second? You're on your own with the second mortgage.
We're looking at the total picture.
Oh, okay.
And so that
All right,
second
that's
mortgage
good.
is a burden as well. It's a debt.
Right.
Of course, we're going to try to work with that first, because that first lender is in first position, and so they are the one that's more apt to impose a foreclosure on you first. Okay. In a lot of cases, a second lien holder, they get less out of the deal. That's why they charge more for their loans and fees. But in some cases, they are not. Their debt is not satisfied during a foreclosure. Okay. But the first, a lot of times, they're going to get the first dibs at whatever assets is. Yes.
I was just thinking back during that time, there was a lot of creative financing going on, where sometimes the owner of a property would take back a second, and they would hold that second. And I'm just wondering, are they able to get their money back if a situation comes out? Would the banks work with that original homeowner?
They will work on it, but the second, it is a tougher position
Right.
to get modifications, but we have seen many creative ways of reducing the second. We have seen some of them, I've seen them disappear totally.
Really?
Yes. I've seen where people may pay 30 cents on the dollar. And so where you may have a second that's $100,000, you have a first that's $300,000. Where that first
Wow.
mortgage may be wiped down by 75%, and that's down to a $25,000 payment. And sometime if you work with the lender in reference to settling that,
Right.
and also make sure that you are willing to actually work through it, and not basically saying, yes, I won't help, but I'm not here to contribute or make any sacrifices.
Okay, I
but
see.
you are able to do that.
Right.
The seconds are being able to work
Right,
to be
that's
worked
good.
out as well.
That's very good. Well, you know, Larry, I'm one of those people who thinks that nonprofit organizations should always have partners, because partners are important. So my question to you is, do you have partners, and can you tell us a little bit about those partners, who you work with?
Yes, we do have partners, and we're also, seeking more partners in the community. Some of the partners that we work with, of course, is HUD, and that's the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development. Another partner is VHDA,
Oh, okay.
that's Virginia Housing Development Authority, which is one of our intermediaries. Also, Home Free USA is a large intermediary we are affiliated with. Another partner is United Way. United Way of the National Capital Area. We're a member of United Way. And we also have other partners, such as some of your banks, some of your lending sources out there are partners, and other entities in the community as well.
Well, that's very good to hear that the banks are partnering, with organizations to try and remedy the current situation that a lot of people find themselves in.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
great. Well, Larry, hold that thought. We're going to take a short break, folks. We'll be right back, so don't touch that dial.
Hello, I have a very special announcement from Rock Your Block. Join Larry Laws from First Home Alliance for the Flex Boot Camp. Yes, that's Flex, Financial Literacy Education Experience. Flex Boot Camp is a pilot program sponsored by Bank of America to rebuild credit, reduce debt, and increase an individual's net worth up to 18 months, based on the individual's financial fitness goal. The registration deadline is May 15th, 2013. For more information and to apply online, visit www.flexbc.org or call 703-580-8838. And don't forget to watch Rock Your Block.
Financial literacy education.
Hi, you're watching Rock Your Block with Tia Young, your host, that's me, and my co-host, Mr. Larry Laws, Sr., Executive Director of First Home Alliance. Larry, I see that you've brought us a graphic on the United States President's Volunteer Service Award. How can the community help, and what does that award stand for? What does that award really mean?
Well, Tia, we reach out to the community for help, for assistance. We assist. One of the things I mentioned was there's a term, quid pro quo, which means something for something. And so that's what we advocate. One of the things is that we give service to the community, but we also want the community to give back. Well, volunteerism is a way of the community giving back. And you're giving your time, your skills, your service to help our cause. And so our cause, in way of educating and assisting others, is giving back to them. So you're giving and you're getting. A lot of our volunteers that we have that are helping us today are actually clients, former clients.
Oh.
One of our volunteers has been working for over 5 years now. That is, actually she's serving on my board at this
Wow.
time. Came to us as a client, a first-time home buyer, purchased a home, began to volunteer for us, and now later, after she got her graduate degree, and matter of fact, her name is, I would tell, Shauna Goldman. Shauna now works for the DC school system, and she is serving as a member of our board.
Wow.
And so moved from a volunteer, a first-time home buyer, and now she serves on our board.
That's really cool.
Yes.
How many volunteers do you have?
Well, right now we have about 10 active volunteers. And mentioning about the President's Volunteer Service Award, it's an award that we award our volunteers annually. We have the an appreciation day. And this award is for volunteerism, people giving back to the service, service to the community, and we award them with those that accumulate the hours. And there's different stages and levels and merits to receive the Presidential Volunteer Service Award.
Oh, wow. Well, I know that you had, I think, an event on April 27th. Is that where that award is normally given out?
That is correct. That is
Right,
correct. On
right.
April, there actually during that week, that is the National Volunteer Week.
Oh,
It's
okay.
for an entire week
Okay.
throughout the nation.
Okay.
And so every year, First Home Alliance holds an event,
Right.
and that's when we recognize our volunteers.
Right. So you actually had that event a couple of weeks back.
That is
Yeah.
correct.
Oh,
Yes.
okay. That's great. I like that. Larry, what new programs are you planning to roll out for the 2013 year? Or are you going to be rolling out any new plans?
Yes,
programs?
yes, Tia. The new programs, there's two that I would talk about that are in the very near future. One of them is the Making Homes Affordable. It's an outreach program that the Treasury is actually will be funding this program, and it's going to go through a lot of the HUD organization.
That's the Department of Treasury?
That is correct.
Wow.
Department of Treasury. So they're funding this program, and it's an outreach, and so it's another effort to actually get information to the homeowners in the community for them to come to organizations like ours,
Okay.
HUD-approved counseling agencies, to help them with their mortgages. And so we're going to outreach to the community through media and also events, and bring them in, and so that they can get help.
Wow. And the community, of course, is a part of this?
Yes, that's
Okay.
correct.
Okay.
The community in reference, I'm speaking our target area.
Okay.
And so as far as that, we can extend outreach. This particular area, our major target is Northern Virginia,
I was
Prince William
going to
County.
ask you, do you have various target areas or one target area?
Well,
how does that work?
Well, it depends on funding.
Okay.
In reference to how far we
It's
can
always
reach.
the dollars, right?
Yes.
Always the
How far
dollars.
we can reach. Hopefully with this event in reference to hosting a show that would be aired at the local channel here in Fairfax, but also through Prince William and Northern Virginia area, and then extending through the metropolitan area, DC and Maryland. And so as far as we can extend this broadcast, then that's as far as we could bring in homeowners that we could potentially help.
Right.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to shift gears a little bit because I'm really excited about your coming on as a host, a Rock Your Block host for your new segment.
Yes.
And I know that you're going to be focusing on housing, on mortgages, on financial education and counseling.
Yes.
Could you tell us a little bit about each one of those, but start with financial education and counseling, because I think that is really so important. And to me, that's the phase that will help people to possibly stay out of trouble in the first place. I mean, that's where we have the biggest gap in learning, I think.
Yes, yes. Well, we do it we have post and pre, and so on a post level, that's one of the programs that are new also and that we're going to extend, and that is the FLEX, and that's Financial Literacy Education Experience, and we'll have some more information on that. Whereas a boot camp to help restore homeowners, or not only homeowners, but citizens that have experienced financial hardship, and now we want to restore them into financial fitness. And so we will be providing classes on finance and restoring their credit to improve their financial fitness. And so
you don't have to own a house. You could just be just a citizen who's having just problems managing your finances.
That is
correct.
correct.
They could come to this class as well.
That is correct.
Or actually boot camp.
Yes. Well, the boot camp particularly is going to be to restore. And so those that have went through a financial hardship, we're going to select those for the boot camp.
Oh, okay.
And so it's only a selected amount of people for the boot camp.
Okay.
But for other classes, we have financial literacy where it will not be a boot camp, but it'll just be educational classes on budgeting, credit, check writing, and those type of things. Okay. And so that is.
When you say check writing, well, that brings up, what does that entail?
Well, a lot of us know how to write checks, but we don't know how to do the register and balance it.
And balance it. So you're
That's
writing
correct.
checks and the money is not there.
That's correct.
Okay.
Yes.
I got you.
So balancing that checkbook. Yes. Okay. And so that is in the financial area that we will be working with. And also in that area, we'll be helping homeowners to restore their credit.
Okay, that's good. And so that picks up the housing, the mortgages, and the financial education and counseling.
Yes, well, bringing in, we're going to also bring in some of the experts from the field in reference to the new show and this new segments is bringing experts from the field, maybe mortgage loan officers, those that work in that mortgage area that would be able to share information to our community in mortgage products and the mortgage process to help them make better decisions.
Well, actually, you're leading into my next question, which is, can you give us a sneak preview? I'm just really so excited about what you're doing. Can you give us a sneak preview of what we can expect?
Yes. Well, what you can expect on the coming segments are actually some experts coming in that will come in as guests and share that knowledge, directly from the field. And so in the field of mortgages and finance, we'll have experts coming in. Not only the experts coming in, we're going to bring in some of our former clients.
Oh, that would be really cool.
Yes.
And they would give like testimonials.
That is correct.
Oh, that would be really neat.
Yes. And they will be able to tell you their experiences on where they were and where, actually receiving educational training or in coaching where they are now.
Wow, that's exciting. Larry, a little earlier we talked about volunteerism, and I think that is so critical. Tell me, how does one become a volunteer? I mean, do they have to take a test? What is it that you're looking for in a good volunteer?
Well, volunteers, everyone have something to give. What I recommend that if any skill, whether it's a computer skill, you have a background in finance, real estate, mortgages, or you just want to help, I would ask that the volunteer come in for an orientation. And after the orientation, basically they will see the areas that is needed and then match with their skills how they actually fit in. The recommended is to visit our website, which is www.firsthomealliance.org, and sign up as a volunteer. The first contact is going to be our volunteer coordinator, which is Charlotte Van Horn. What she would do is make initial contact, received your resume, and that information will be passed on to me prior to having an orientation. Then after the orientation, we'll talk and see if your skills match up with some of the opportunities that we have. Right. Some volunteers are able to work from home. Some of them work on our website. We have volunteers just doing social media, also helping us in the finance area and grant writing. Volunteers also can train to be program assistants, counselors, working with finances, and so all the like. And so with those skills, we will find a way for you to fit in.
Right. So there's a way, regardless to whether you have 1 hour a day or 3 hours a week, that you can find a spot for someone.
That is correct.
Oh, wow, that's wonderful. Well, Larry, it's about time for us to close. We're going to be showing just a real short video after we close. So, don't don't touch that dial. But Larry, I am so excited about your new segment on Rock Your Block. You are going to be having some outstanding guest interviews coming up, and I know that our viewers will be delighted to meet them. Thank you so much for watching Rock Your Block, and we will see you real soon. Larry, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.